Personal style. It's an attitude. It's knowing who you are and what works best for you. The Jones Store Company understands that. They make it their business to know what you want and be sure that you're satisfied. Every time. The Jones Store Company. What you'll find is style, what you'll get is quality. And what you'll have is trust. Trust that they stand behind what they sell. Period. Just doesn't get much better than that.
Wow. I remember lugging around those relics. What a waste. Especially when one little box can do the job of both. I'm talking about New Ultra Bold. It's the only concentrated detergent and concentrated softener in one. That's why this tiny box can get my clothes looking clean and feeling soft all in one simple step. Sure, I used to mess with a separate detergent and softener, but then I wised up.
New Ultra Bold. Clean, soft, and simple.
At Kansas City Power and Light, more than 2,800 specialists are working to meet your energy needs, each with unique talents, knowledge, and skills. Together, they're your resource for energy expertise. Answering questions, solving problems, getting it done. Your energy team. Kansas City Power and Light. Ask us about energy.
It's time to round up the gang and get ready for the best of the West. It's the Great Western Roundup at McDonald's.
Let's ride.
Every morning, we rustle up our breakfast burrito. Eggs, sausage, cheese, green chilies, onions, and tomatoes on a soft flour tortilla. From lunch on, the juicy pork McRib sandwich, smothered in barbecue sauce.
The team's game. They're back.
Breakfast was so good today, we're back for lunch.
That's McDonald's today. Come and get it.
Our regularly scheduled programming will not be seen tonight so that we may bring you this KCTV holiday presentation. KCTV, Kansas City's television, presents The Plaza Lights, Kansas City's brightest tradition. Brought to you by Kansas City Power and Light. Ask us about energy. Pizza Hut. Stop by at any participating Pizza Hut restaurant and get your American Tail 2 pizza pack for only $2.99. The Plaza Merchants and Sprint. Please join us for the Season of Lights, November 28th through January 18th. And Tibble on the Country Club Plaza, where you can find competitive prices on fine jewelry and watches every day. And now, here are KCTV's Melissa Smith and Mike Thompson.
The Christmas season is here, and you know, I just couldn't think of a better way to bring in Kansas City's brightest tradition. It's a beautiful night down here on the plaza, isn't it, Mike?
Really has been. We started out in the 60s. It has gotten a little bit chillier, but it was perfect for the lighting ceremony. And according to Jim Kiter of J.C. Nichols Security Company, the head of the company, the crowd was larger than last year, which puts it close to 250,000 people. They were packed in, but according to the police, it was great. No problems. It was wonderful.
They had so many wonderful things to see. There was a lot of good entertainment and presentations down here, but of course the big moment was at 8 o'clock tonight when little Ashley Moore, 2 years old, got to flip that switch, turning on 175,000 lights.
Help us? What's the time? 15 seconds. What's her name? 10.
Put your hand right here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Yay! Look at all the lights. Isn't that great?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Olita Adams.
You can reach me by railway. You can reach me by a trainway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can reach me by a caravan. Across the desert like an Irishman. I don't care how you get. just get here if you can. You can reach me by a sailboat, climb a tree and swing up to rock. Take the sled and slide down slow into these arms of mine. You can jump on the speedboat, cross the border in a blazing horse. I don't care how you get it, get here if you can. There are hills and mountains.
Ashley, how did you feel when they pulled you out of the crowd to talk with Santa? Do you know?
You felt happy?
Do you know you turned on all the lights out here tonight? Did you enjoy that? Are you ready for Christmas when Santa comes to see you again?
She's been a good girl.
She has been
She
a
has
good
been
girl.
good.
Well, I'll tell you, you did a great job turning on the lights, Ashley.
Thank you.
I tell you, Felicia, I don't know, Felicia, if she knows really what all's going on. It's so exciting. But I think this is probably one holiday she'll never forget as long as she lives.
I'm sure there are plenty of photographs to remind her, too. I think she was the youngest to ever flip the switch, as far as we know, here on the plaza for this great ceremony. Now, throwing the switch is certainly the highlight of the evening, but as you heard there, Oleta Adams, singer Oleta Adams, was here this evening performing. In a little bit, we're going to talk with her about her career and her time here in Kansas City back in the 70s, and we're also going to get to hear a little bit more of her singing. But first, we're going to hear from the Kansas City Chorus and also some words from the folks who are bringing you the Plaza Lights, Kansas City's brightest tradition.
The Missouri Lottery introduces Holiday Cash, the game with the best odds and the most prizes and the most winners for any scratcher game. How's that possible? In the Missouri Lottery Scratcher rules, we've discovered an obscure clause which allows us to do this. That's right, the Santa Claus.
Play Holiday Cash, your best chance to win cash this year.
Now, a Supreme pizza is just $8.99, and any other pizza is
$4 more.
So I could choose meat lovers, cheese lovers, plus pepperoni lovers, and mushroom pepperoni, onions, pepperoni, green peppers, pepperoni, or even another Supreme.
That's right. You could choose meat lovers, cheese lovers, plus pepperoni lovers, mushroom, pepperoni, onions, pepperoni, green peppers, and pepperoni, onions, and ham, mushroom and olives, mushroom and anchovies, or even another Supreme.
The new Pizza Hut Supreme $4 deal. Now get any medium pizza for $4 when you buy a Supreme for just $8.99.
Make the second a cheese.
Is that plain cheese, extra cheese, cheese lovers, plus 3 cheese blend?
Call now.
You know, Christmas only comes once a year. So let me give you a quick brush-up on Christmas lighting. To start, wrap all wiring connections with electrical tape. If they're outdoors, keep the connections elevated so water can drain off. And please, if you're going to use a ladder, don't go near an overhead line. Just follow a few simple rules, and you can make this Christmas as safe as it is beautiful.
Season's greetings from Kansas City Power and Light.
Okay, 3 reasons to listen to Light 99.7 FM. New KLTH, light music, best music, most music. Light, easygoing favorites from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and today. No hard rock. No sleepy elevator music. 7 light, easygoing favorites in a row with no DJ chatter. Turn on the light.
Light 99.7 FM, Kansas City's new KLTH.
Well, there are 175,000 lights on the plaza this year. There is also a new element. The Geralda Tower on the Swanson's building was lit this year for the very first time. And as Mike said earlier, there were about 250,000 people down here earlier tonight to see the lights come on firsthand and, of course, to hear the great entertainment. Well, Mike was much braver than I. He managed to mingle out in the crowd with some folks and find out just why it is that they make this part of their Thanksgiving celebration each year.
Well, Melissa, let's find out. pick a few people here. What's your name?
Artie Jablonski.
Where are you from?
I'm from Kansas City.
Is this the first time you've been here?
Yes, it is.
You enjoying it?
Oh, I had a wonderful time.
Are you going to come every year now?
I'm going to come every year now. I really am. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Let's find out. What's your name?
Kelly Cross.
Where are you from?
Kansas City.
You're from here in Kansas City, too.
Yes.
Is this your first time down here?
Yes.
You enjoy this?
Yeah, it's fun.
Think you'll come down again?
Yeah, definitely.
And what's your name?
Cheryl Adams.
Cheryl, where are you from?
Kansas City.
Okay. Why are you spending your Thanksgiving evening down here on the plaza?
Tradition.
Is it really? How many years have you come
About
down?
5 or 6 years.
You going to continue?
Yes.
Is this the best yet?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Selling everything?
we enjoyed it.
Gets bigger and better every year, Melissa. I think it's just a lot of fun, and people just come down to get in the Christmas and holiday spirit. I think I'll come down a few more years, too.
Oh, everybody wants to come down. It's really a lot of fun, or if not, you get to do what you're doing right now, and that's see it over the television each year. Well, Thanksgiving and the lighting of the plaza, of course, has become quite a tradition. People come from far away. People come back home to Kansas City to enjoy Thanksgiving with their families and to see the plaza lighting. And, of course, the star of tonight's festivities was no exception. She's not a native of Kansas City, but she spent a great deal of the 70s here in town singing to us in many of the hotel lounges, and that, of course, is Oleta Adams. We had a chance tonight to talk with her about her career. We had also a very good chance to listen to many of the songs that she has on her new album called Circle of One. And we also got to hear her title song of that album.
I was looking away when you came into my life, like a story in some fairy tale. Mama gave a warning and it stopped for a moment, and I thought I would never get away. But before I didn't know about ships and action and love, running away with the I could fight it all, hide in your head, love, until you could set me free. I was falling like an old mama wrong in a hard place, and I needed a soft place to go. And he told me the reason to rely on my feelings. I have nothing to fear at all. Never go back to that circle one. Only there. I'll never go back to that circle one. I was looking for some way to escape the winter life, or away from this merry-go-round. And you set us in motion with your love and emotion, and I hope that we never come down. Never go back to that circle one, that circle of loneliness. Oh, I'll never go back to that circle of one. Circle of emptiness, baby, I'll never go back to that circle of one. Circle of one. Of a love in my life, filling up endless void. Gave out of nowhere and stuck like a knife. Oh, it's nothing to be adored. I'll never go back to that circle one. Circle of loneliness. I'll never go back to that circle one. Circle of emptiness. Oh, I'll never go back to that circle one. Never, never go back, no. Never, never go back, no. Never go back to that circle of one. Circle of Oh, that sounds so good. We better do it again. Play!
Circle of One has sold 600,000 copies of that album. From what I read, it took a little while. It took us a little while to warm up, Olita. Why is that? Why is it taking us so long?
I don't know. Actually, it's closer to 800,000 now. And I think that it's the same reason why we have a lot more fast food restaurants than we have gourmet. Takes that gourmet places a little bit longer to catch on. But also, it is a little tough to break a new act when it isn't an act that appeals to the younger audiences. And not to say that my music does not appeal, but it is more adult listening music. It's not primarily a dance record. That's got to be the reason.
And I was so thrilled learning about your training. You were trained in classical music. You're a gospel singer, a pop singer, a lounge singer. You really do it all, don't you? What's your favorite?
Ooh, that would be very tough because just as I have a lot of favorite meals, but I don't like to eat them all the time. I like variety. I really do.
Well, Kansas City likes to claim you as their hometown girl, even though you really are not from here, but you spent some years here in the 70s. Did the lounge singing help in any way to launch your career?
Oh, are you kidding me? That was the training ground, and I got a lot of fans. You know, it was Kansas City. When I first came here in '75, I found my image in Kansas City because I found the audience that really consistently came to hear me. And it was such a mixture of people of all races, creeds, and colors and backgrounds. And I was able to find just where I wanted to be.
Now, you probably experienced the plaza lighting in some of those years in the 70s. A little different tonight, won't it?
It's wonderful, and it's a great honor to be a part of this. In fact, when the Plaza Merchants Society tried to contact my agency in California, they said no. And then the Plaza Merchants Society wrote a letter to me to say, they said no, and I think you ought to know this. And I said, oh, hey, I could not turn this down because it's not about money, it's not about ego at all. It's about coming home. What a great honor. What a wonderful honor. And this is my final performance this year. So this, I can't think of a better way to end a fantastic year.
Oh, she was such a gracious lady and obviously so talented, but real down to earth. It was really neat to talk to her.
We couldn't see it really in the video, but she had the crowd in the palm of her hand.
She did.
That was one of the finest performances I think anybody's ever seen at a plaza lighting ceremony. Just fabulous.
I bet a bunch of folks are going to be out buying that album tomorrow.
I bet too.
I think I am.
I might too.
It was real nice.
It was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. Did you know there are enough lights here in the plaza to string from here to Topeka? It's a monumental task, and when we come back, we'll speak to one of the men who helps to put it all together.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on it.
This year, everybody wants an AT&T gift. Well, that kind of technology is a little beyond my guys. Luckily, I know where to find great AT&T gifts, and they're on sale.
Right now at Montgomery Ward Electric Avenue, this AT&T cordless telephone 4320 on sale $79.99. And this AT&T remote answering system 1411 on sale $79.99. In fact, all AT&T is on sale.
At these prices, I load it up, and so can you.
All AT&T is on sale now at Montgomery Ward Electric Avenue.
You know, Christmas only comes once a year. So let me give you a quick brush-up on Christmas lighting. To start, wrap all wiring connections with electrical tape. If they're outdoors, keep the connections elevated so water can drain off. And please, if you're going to use a ladder, don't go near an overhead line. Just follow a few simple rules and you can make this Christmas as safe as it is beautiful.
Season's greetings from Kansas City Power and Light.
Shine on like a shining star tonight. Shine on with that joyous light across the night above. Shine the light of love like a shining star. Shine on.
The Plaza.
On the Country Club Plaza.
If you're like me, come this time of the year, I have a terrible time just untangling that one little string of lights to get it on my tree and find the one that makes it blink.
So you have a real appreciation for the guys down here trying to mess with 175,000 lights.
I don't know how they do it.
Well, have you ever wondered how they could wire all of those lights together to one little switch? Well, we did. So a few days ago, we spent some time with Ivan, the electrician.
You look forward to it. You look forward to it being done. Get them untangled from one another. Takes a lot of patience, a lot of effort.
Ivan Hendrickson is not your average electrician.
Each one of these little stringers has its very own home.
And this is not your average Christmas light project.
You scream without falling.
Ivan spends weeks above the streets of the plaza, twisting and wiring. It may not sound too tough, but consider how meticulous this job really is. Every designated bulb measuring exactly 18 inches apart, every lamp pointing in the same direction, and every wire on a taut line. It's the craftsmanship by electricians like Ivan that accentuate the unique outline of the Country Club Plaza with the flip of a switch.
3, 2, 1, hey, there they go. Beautiful.
So the night when the actual lighting takes place and somebody pulls the switch, is that the real deal?
That's the real thing.
But how do tens of thousands of colored lights and 60 miles of electrical wiring end up being powered by one little switch?
Kind of a long, drawn-out process, and that's a trade secret.
Actually, the power travels through hundreds of circuits, flipping on the lights in a chain reaction so quick, most of us don't even notice.
If you're looking at it from a distance, you'll see it. It's a kind of a wave. But it's quick.
You might think 22 years of putting up Christmas lights, then taking them down again, would somehow put a damper on Ivan's holiday spirit. But his greatest pleasure comes from the joy his job brings to others.
Yes, it is really amazing to see the number of folks that come out with the cameras and spend so much time getting that shot just right. Year after year after year. It doesn't seem to get old. It's great. It's a nice tradition.
Well, Ivan is still on the job. I saw him out here tonight, and he will be through the entire time that the lights are up, making sure that all of the bulbs are just in the right place and, of course, replacing those that go out. So it's a big job.
It's amazing. It's one circuit. It's like at my home in the kitchen, all the utilities and everything's plugged into one big extension cord, and it overheats half the time. It's amazing it all works.
It is amazing. It really is.
It really is. You know, this is the 62nd year of the Plaza lighting, and a lot of changes have taken place over the years, but in just 2 minutes, we'll show you how it all started.
Ready? Be there. It's the after Thanksgiving sale at the Jones Store Company. A sale so big we have to open early. Friday only from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. Take advantage of specials such as Mrs. and Women's Selected Rust Coordinates, now 50% off. The perfect gift, a Wembley tie, entire stock now 25% off. And selected Pulsar and Seiko watches now 35% off. Doors open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. The after Thanksgiving sale at the Jones Store Company.
Now, the stars of the movie An American Tale, Fievel Goes West are at Pizza Hut. Wow! Come into Pizza Hut and get your kids a pizza pack. Each pack contains a personal fan pizza with their favorite topping and a 16-ounce collectible cup featuring one of their favorite characters. They can collect all three. All for just $2.99. Let's go! So come into Pizza Hut and get one today.
I'll never forget this kid.
Shine on, like a shining star tonight. Shine on, with that joyous light across the night above. Shine the light of love, like a shining star. Shine on.
The Plaza.
On the Country Club Plaza.
For many of you, coming down to the plaza for the lighting ceremony has really become a family tradition.
A lot of traditions, and one of the traditions here at TV5 is Ann Peterson, who has been a regular in our observance every year for the plaza lighting ceremony, and even though she's on maternity leave, Ann has come down to join us for this one again.
It's probably a good family tradition for you, too.
It really is. It's been a tradition for Wendell and me to be down here for the plaza lighting ceremony. Actually, we've done it now for 12 years. And so this year, because I was on maternity leave, I was with my family and watching the plaza lighting ceremony as the lights went on. And I was going to bring little baby Brian with me down.
We were wondering. We were hoping he was going to be here.
Well, I wanted to bring him down, but, you know, I tell you, even though it's a perfect night for the lighting ceremony, it's still a little bit chilly for him.
And even his big brother, too.
Yes, and for Eric, too. So we decided to keep him bundled up, both of them bundled up inside and watching the lights from inside.
Sure. Well, you know, you've been doing this for so many years, Ann, and even for as many years as you've been doing it, that's just a fraction of the time of how long this thing has been going on. It's really been, what, over 60 years?
Oh, 62 years to be exact. It's been a tradition for that many years, but actually the history goes back even further than that, and the beginning of the plaza lighting was actually very, very modest. It all began with a single strand of lights, probably no longer than 6 feet, back in 1925. The plaza only had 5 buildings then, all north of 47th Street. The merchants wanted to decorate with Christmas trees along the sidewalks, but the head of maintenance for the J.C. Nichols Company, Charles Petret, had a different idea. He put up the first little string of lights in 1925. He hung them over the doorway of the Sudam Decorating Company. It wasn't until 1928, when the Plaza Theater building was erected with its tower, that plaza merchants went out in a big way for Christmas. In 1929, all of the plaza's buildings were outlined with Christmas lights, and the pattern was set. The plaza became the first shopping district in the country to have outdoor decorative lights. And it didn't take long before the idea spread to other metropolitan areas. The plaza lighting ceremony is eagerly awaited by tens of thousands of people, both locals and out-of-towners. And a special tradition it has been. Every single year, I think it gets more and more spectacular. And I think the reason for that is because it brings families together, and that's what the holidays is all about.
You bet it really is. Well, we call this Kansas City's brightest tradition. You think maybe this might be America's brightest tradition? I don't know.
Could be.
It's really
so.
CNN picked it up. They're showing it to the nation, and so it's known far and wide. We saw car tags from Rhode Island. We heard of people here from Wisconsin. I think
my family comes down every single year from Wisconsin.
There you go.
And from Missouri. I tell you, it's wonderful. It brings everyone together from far away and so close to home, too.
So the lights are on again, and they're on from now until January 18th, and hopefully you'll have an opportunity to come down and stroll through or drive through between now and then.
Thanks so much for joining us for Kansas City's brightest tradition. For Kansas City's, for KCTV, we hope you have a wonderful holiday season.
The Plaza Lights, Kansas City's brightest tradition, was brought to you by Kansas City Power and Light. Ask us about energy. Pizza Hut. Stop by at any participating Pizza Hut restaurant and get your American Tail 2 pizza pack for only $2.99. The Plaza Merchants and Sprint. Please join us for the Season of Lights, November 28th through January 18th. And Tibble on the Country Club Plaza, where you can find competitive prices on fine jewelry and watches every day. Happy holidays from KCTV, Kansas City's television.